Welcome to another episode of Answers About Alzheimer's. I am your host, Debra, certified master dementia strategist. Trying something a little new today. I am filming a YouTube video while I am doing a TikTok live. So my plan is, we'll see how it works out, but my plan is to take questions from TikTok and answer them for everyone and post this on YouTube. So those of you who are joining me today on TikTok, hello, Ryan, Grace, Kristen, I'm so glad to see you here. Next week, you will be able to see this live on YouTube. So if we can go ahead and get started, Pauline is saying hi from Kentucky. Hello, Kentucky. I love all those beautiful horses and white picket fences. So TikTok, my dear friend, I would like to ask you to go ahead and ask me some of your dementia questions, and I'm going to answer them here on TikTok and on YouTube. And hello from Ireland. So that brings us to a quick point. These strategies and techniques work all over the world. It doesn't matter if you're a professional or you're a family caregiver, or no matter where you are in the world, you can access these courses and these techniques and all of the great things that we have to offer you here at Answers About Alzheimer's. We have someone from Hawaii and London and the UK, Florida. How about some Alzheimer's or dementia questions? What is it that's troubling you? What's got you down? Because I am all about solutions. So here we are. We're going to take some questions from TikTok. As soon as they come in, I see a question about MCI, mild cognitive impairment. Great question. Over. No. Orev Seer. I'm telling you, these names on TikTok, sometimes I can't even get them. I'm so sorry. But MCI, or mild cognitive impairment, is kind of the middle ground between AAMI, or age-associated memory impairment, and full-blown dementia. So only about 10 to 15% of people who are actually diagnosed with MCI, or mild cognitive impairment, will go on to develop dementia. So while it may be a contender, it doesn't mean that you're definitely going to go on to develop full-blown dementia. So think of it as age-associated memory impairment, or AAMI. That's normal aging. We're all going to experience that. So it would mean that you're experiencing maybe some little blips in your memory, but it's nothing different than those that are in your peer group or in your age group. MCI, or mild cognitive impairment, is actually just a step above that. So you would be noticing a little bit more memory cognition issues than those in your typical age group. In my personal opinion, MCI is very difficult to diagnose. Just my opinion. I feel that if your memory is so bad, or if your family is noticing memory issues and wanting you to go to the doctor or see a neurologist, in my opinion, you're probably over that mild cognitive impairment stage already. You're probably in the dementia stages. But again, just my professional opinion. So let's see if we have another question here. Okay, my grandpa got dementia close to the end and often asked about her son that died. What should I say? Or what should I have said? That's a really great question, William, and I'm so glad that you asked about that, because this comes up a lot. So I want to speak to that, because your person with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia may be asking for people who have passed away, and they're saying, where are they? Or they're looking for them, or where have they been? Or when are they coming, right? When are they coming back? Maybe they're coming to pick me up. And what happens is, when your person with dementia loses the memory that a person has passed away, if you tell them that the person has died, or maybe they're looking for an animal or a dog, right? when you tell them that that person has passed away, what you're doing is you're making them relive the grief all over again. Because in their memory, they think this person is still alive. So we have to enter their reality. We can't pull them into today's date. We have to live wherever they're living. We have to go back in time and hang out with them in the past. Because this is about feelings, right? We don't want to continuously be hurting the person with dementia's feelings. We don't want them to relive the pain and the sorrow and the suffering and relive the grieving process, because that's exactly what happens. So we want to avoid telling them that this person passed away, or we don't want to say, don't you remember you went to the funeral? We don't want to do that. So we want to make up a fib, and we want to come up with something really good that's going to work, right? So the more you know about the person who passed away, the easier it will be for you to come up with a therapeutic fib or a lovable lie to save your person with dementia from the distress and the pain and the suffering that they're going to feel. So you might come up with an excuse. So let's say her son was really active in 4-H. You could say, oh, he's working on some big project. I can't even remember what it was, but he's working on some big 4-H project. What was it? And she might even come up with a name of something that he was working on back then. And you could say, oh, yeah. Well, he's working really late on that with a friend, and he's going to be dropped off later. So no need to worry. The most important thing is that we keep our person with dementia calm, cool, and relaxed. Because the last thing you want to be dealing with is more behaviors and more problems and crying and being upset. So the more you can keep them calm and happy, then you're going to be calm and happy. I have a hello from Germany. I've learned so much from you. Thank you, Iki. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to let you all know that a lot of these tips are in this book, Forget Me Not. This is a #1 bestseller. It's for family and professional caregivers, and it has so many great tips in here. Behaviors, communication, sundowning, end of life, activities, hallucinating. Lots of really great information in here. I also have for you on my website under the free resources tab. The website is down below, and the website is also always in my bio. But this is called Understanding Different Types of Dementia. On this really unique, beautifully written, I must say, PDF, this tells you the main types, the most common forms of dementia, the average life expectancy after diagnosis, and the symptoms and the causes for that particular disease, because the causes are different from different dementias. They're all caused by different reasons. And then the symptoms can also be very different from dementia to dementia. And it's been proven now that actually a lot of people in the 80 percentile somewhere, there's over 80% of people who have autopsy at death. They find that they're actually suffering from more than one type of dementia. And typically most doctors, once they give you a diagnosis of one dementia, like let's say Alzheimer's disease, they're not necessarily looking for Lewy body, Parkinson's, frontotemporal. So it's important that you have this sheet, because you may notice symptoms from another dementia and you can bring this up to the doctor's attention. Brilliant, right? So make sure you get this at answersaboutalz.org under the free resources tab. So here's a question from Joan. My father has dementia. How can I teach him to check his own balance on his bank card? Wow, isn't that a doozy of a question? Okay, Joan, the first thing I want to address is my father has dementia. So dementia is a brain-eating disease, okay? The brain is literally, if you think of kind of like Pac-Man, dementia is literally gobbling up those neurons in the brain. They literally have brain damage. How can I teach him to check his own balance on his bank card? So in most cases, Joan, we can't teach a person with dementia new things. It's very, very, it's not impossible, but it's very, very hard, especially if they have Alzheimer's disease. So, Joan, can you tell me, do you know what type of dementia he has? Is it Alzheimer's disease? Because Alzheimer's disease in particular eats away at the first stages the hippocampus, which is where our earliest memories are stored. So Joan says, yes, it is Alzheimer's disease. So with Alzheimer's disease in particular, the very first warning signs are your short-term memory. So therefore, teaching someone something new is extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult. So Joan, for your peace of mind and your dad to keep him out of not being so frustrated all the time, is you got to let it go. You're going to have to let it go. What I would suggest is maybe getting him a fake checkbook, and you can write some numbers in there, and you can refer him to the checkbook, and you could try. Yes, it's frustrated him. Yes, Jolan, it's frustrating the shit out of him, because when you keep showing him over and over and over, he gets frustrated, and he feels like, why can't I figure this out? This is not that hard. I used to be able to do this. So really what you're doing, and Jolan, I mean no disrespect, but this is a learning session, right? What you're actually doing is just upsetting him even more. So kind of like the person who's looking for somebody who's passed away, same thing, right? We don't want to knock them down. We want to build them up as much as possible. That is what we have to accomplish. And, learning how to build a person with dementia up, learning how not to correct them when they're doing things wrong, because there's a way that you can correct them without them feeling like they're being corrected. Because how do you feel when you're being corrected? You feel kind of crappy, right? If someone's constantly telling you, you're doing it wrong, don't do it that way, you're not allowed, it just keeps knocking them down. So what we need to do instead is build them up. We need to build their self-esteem. And the more you build their self-esteem, the less behaviors you're going to have. So this is probably about, I don't know, I'm trying to think how much percentage. I guess that's not a really good example, but we spend a great deal of time on this topic in my course, because what happens is all these different scenarios that come up, you have to have a different dialogue with them. And what I'm going to teach you is how to change your dialogue and how to change your communication so it actually gets into that damaged brain. Because how are you going to get this? How are you going to get your message in here? How are you going to get your message into this brain? Right? Not so easy. Not so easy. But I can show you how to do it. And it's not hard. It's just a matter of changing things up a little bit, right? Like rewording things. That's all it is. Rearranging your words, omitting certain words, because we're really the ones upsetting them. So I hope that kind of answers your question. And I've really enjoyed spending time with you on YouTube. And as you can see, I'm answering questions live on TikTok. I go live on TikTok almost every day. And Instagram, probably a couple times a week. But I would love for you to join us. We are always welcoming new members into our family. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. All that does, it's free for you, it's easy, and all it does is put these new videos in your feed so you can find them a lot easier. I post consistently twice a week. I should know the days, but I don't. Pick up a copy of Forget Me Not. And if you are really in dire straits, like if you are seriously, seriously drowning in dementia, because it's very easy to do, the doctors, unfortunately, do not have these strategies. They don't have these scripts. They don't have these techniques. But these are modern, new dementia strategies that aren't available anywhere else currently. But I offer them to you in a short 4-day course. And if you would like to learn more, all you have to do is book a call with my wonderful Sam. She's phenomenal. She's a dementia coach, and she works for me. And you would book a call with Sam at the website. answersabout.alz.org. You would go here and book a call. It's the top right corner. It's super easy. And you fill out the form. We want to know a little bit about you. And then we're going to have a conversation and we're going to show you how we can help you. And Joan says, it's helped me so much. Thank you. Joan, just wait. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Just those little tips. I can promise you that. But if you really want some really superior results, and to take away that guessing game, because that's another really tough thing about dementia, right? You think, how long can I keep doing this? I really don't want to put my loved one in a nursing home. And I know you're thinking, I don't know how much more I can handle. I don't know what else I can do. If that's the case, book a call and learn more about the course and learn how we can help you at answersabout.alz.org. Because if you take the course, I'm going to guarantee you that it's going to give you a lot of peace of mind. It's going to change your situation around by about 80 to 90%. And if it doesn't, I'll give you your money back. So you have nothing to lose. But I'd love to see you in class. This is a modern dementia movement, and we're changing the world. We're changing the world. And I hope you decide to become a part of it because you deserve it, and so does your loved one. So I will see you next time, my friend. Thank you for joining me. Hit the subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye.